Good morning, guys. Welcome to a new week. Today is Tuesday, so we got a 4-day week as far as trading this week. Market is about to open. First, I want to give God all the glory, all the thanks for waking me up this morning. Just have the ability to trade, make money, and help others make money as well. I'm grateful to have my wife beside me trading. So with that, let's get into it as far as the charts. For this week, as far as news, we have not really much going on this morning. We have something this morning right here. 10 o'clock, we have news right here. So we're going to see how the market goes. CPI is going to be later on for these other, but this is more likely going to affect the Forex market. So with that said, crazy thing is I had a Google alert that went off this morning at 4 o'clock. Let me just see something because I saw TGT. But yeah, my Google alert went off at 4 o'clock this morning. Why is it pushing already? Look where it's rejecting right here. It says rejecting on the 200. So it rejected the 200, drop right down. So we got to pay attention to this, guys, and just watch as the day goes. No trades for me right now. Being patient in everything. Got to be patient. I like Apple for a $200 call, to be honest with you. Just want to wait a little bit and see what the market really does. But I like Apple for a $200 call. Gonna see the first 15 minutes, of course, what happens here. But realistically, if we're right here right now, you just have to wait because everything gapped up, right? So we could reject that 200 on the weekly. On the weekly, we have it testing VWAP right there. So we could reject at the 200 too. So just be careful right here because that's right by VWAP. So we could reject there on VWAP. Amazon, I had liked to. Amazon, everything gapped up, guys. So Amazon, I had liked, but everything is still in a bearish trend as far as down on a weekly standpoint. Apple is bearish on the week. Apple is bearish on the week. So you could see Apple is bearish on the week. Right? Amazon is not. Amazon is at a point right now. I think you put in an alert, right, babe?
No, remember? Well, none of the alerts took this weekend.
Yeah, there's an alert right here.
Oh, they came back.
Yeah. So Amazon right now is bearish on the weekly. So we can come back down. AVGO looks inside bar on the day. Everything again gapped up. So it's all about being patient, guys. Everything gapped up. Coin, I know coin is most likely going to be bullish this week. We just have to pay attention to coin. Once I'll say coin, I would like for coin to come back down here and then close this gap and then continue up. If coin breaks right here at this $70, this 270 area, then we could continue back up to the upside. But one thing I always say is pay attention. Always pay attention. Where's my thing? Always pay attention and look left, because this area right here is resistance. 1, 2, right? You have 2 hits right here and then a rejection again. So a break above here and close, then we're going to retest this high right here. Okay, so be mindful, guys. Like some people, they'll be like, oh, market gap up, so let me go in calls right away. Nah, you could wait. Okay, it's okay to wait. There's no rush. Was there anything, babe, that you had really liked this week?
The ones that I put, then
You had the alerts in, right?
but I don't think they all took. Well, it looked like some did, but
You know what I meant to look for, and I didn't do it. March. It was actually on a downtrend. Okay.
Home Depot.
Yeah.
But you don't like that content as much. You used to
Not
like
as much. Not as much. See, everything went up to some form of VWAP, guys. So again, I'm not in any trade. So you coming in right now, I'm not in any trades. It's 6 minutes into the market. Right now, the contracts are heavy because it's the beginning of the day, beginning of the week. You have a 4-day week, so pay attention to that as well. It's a 4-day week. Again, dear.
Yeah, looked at Microsoft. Microsoft had some kind of news.
Yeah, but Microsoft, see, for me, Microsoft have this big ass gap down here, right? And even though Microsoft is up here, like if you look on the daily, we're in this oversold area. And I know like the market does what the market want to do. But in some sense, this shit have to drop. Okay? It have to drop. We're approaching all-time highs again for Microsoft. But remember that we gapped up. So in a sense, like really realistically, honestly, if I was looking at this, I would have fucking shorted it right here. You could short it right here using this as a stop loss. So you could have shorted it. Everything stopped right here. So in a sense, this is monthly high. You could have shorted everything right here, right? Because we gap up to monthly high. And then you would have been out already, because right here, I mean, that's a $3 drop or $2 and change drop. So I'm not saying this is a long-term play. It can be a long-term play. You just have to make sure that you buy at least a month, 2 months out, short this. But you have to say, all right, where am I taking it, or what's the percentage I'm taking? Whatever it is that you're doing as far as trade, have a trading plan when you're doing that. I feel like I want to wait till the last minute. Same with snow. Snow is at almost a high right here. It's like you could take, these are like chances that you could take, right? In a sense, it's be like, yo, all right, it's up here, it's up at this high. Let me short it, right? But you know that your stop loss will be the high of this candle. If it break right here, then you would have to get out. A lot of these, like I said, gap up. A lot of these have gap up, so you have to pay attention to those. SPY gapped up today as well. We can push. There's no sense that we can't push, but what we always do every day, guys, is we play what the market gives us. Okay, so we're not going to force anything. We play what the market gives us. Tesla is on a hiatus right now. I did look at Tesla and I said if it opened below 250, then it's going to hit 250. Right now it's at 253. Everything, again, if you look at it, it's testing week high. So we can reject. Okay, we can reject and fall back down. So pay attention to this level right here. We're approaching that level right now. And we can reject right here. See what we're doing right now. Let me see on a 15-minute, 5 minutes. Yeah, yo, to be honest, it's like, how much is in this? Fuck, it already dropped from the time I'm talking. But look at where it came, right? Rejected right there, and then coming back down. Let me split my screen. Again, there's no rush to this, guys. So UNH, I was looking at UNH. Something happened with UNH. Gapped up, but came back down, came back in. This is actually good for UNH that it dropped. That's actually good that it dropped all the way back down. See right there. And QQQ is QQQ is going to be bullish because it broke the day on futures. It already gapped up, of course. All right, so let's see on a 15-minute. All right, so we have 2 minutes left in this candle right here on SPY. So a break above this 15 right here, a break above this 15, and we could go up and test right here at this level. So let me put this in green. So that would be target. Let me put that. No, that would be the target if it breaks. Right now, see how Tesla is rejecting, coming back down. Like I said, we're at all-time high at the week for last week, so we could see that rejection. It's the first 15-minute, guys, so just be careful. SPY, pay attention to SPY because a break above here, and I probably would take a SPY call. A break above this high. So a break above this high. Let me look at all the other time frames on SPY. We're above here, 1 hour. I mean, it really doesn't matter what I'm looking at right now because all of this fucking gapped up. So it really doesn't matter. What we have to look at is look left. We have this line right here. So we have that line right there. So possible rejection areas right here. Let me turn that in red. Again, we're going to play what the chart give us. Tesla popping back up. Everything is close to the 200. Meta used the day high as support right here. 37.33. So Meta 37. So the high of here. So Meta, in a sense, already moved $5. So a break above either way, we could come down or go up. I like SPY where SPY is right now. Yeah, this is a day. But right now, we're right here. I'm paying attention to SPY, guys. As far as for calls on SPY, I'm not in no calls yet on SPY, but I'm paying attention to SPY for calls. It already reversed on the 5 minute earlier. So if I was watching the 5 minute, it reversed on the 5 minute. So we should go up to test high. Should, but this is an inside on a 15 minute. We're gonna be patient because we could get faked out. We could get fake out. So just being patient. Man, my legs hurt.
You're working out.
No trades for me yet, guys. No trades for me yet.
Oh, you ain't getting no signal again, so.
Who is gonna drop based on this? Have a reversal on a 15 minute to come down.
Or use that line as support and bounce off of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coin came down. Reject there. Then there was another one that I was looking at.
Amazon?
See, Amazon rejected. See all of this. Amazon rejected at 200. And then Apple. See how Apple is coming back down. Like I said, on the month, we're bearish on the month, but on the week, we test VWAP right here. So that's why we drop. On the day, we need to come down on the day. Pay attention to SPY. AVGO. Then AVGO gapped up. Oh. All right. So on AVGO, look at the 235 calls. Yeah. Fuck. Not in anything yet, guys. I'm not in anything yet. See that reverse right here. Damn it, man. I'm not in anything yet. I'm looking at a rejection on SPY right now. I'm looking for calls on SPY of call break SPY break above here. AVG already reversed on the 15 minute. One was by put. I'm gonna jump into a SPY put. Look at the contracts.
What?
Hold on, let me wait. Test and view up right here. Let's see the reversal on here. Test view up and then break. See, it's messing around. What's the high of this? 86.30 cents. 30 cents. Let me look at a smaller time frame. I really think 30 cents. 30 cents. Paying attention.
Take it?
No, it just reversing on one. See, I'm going up to higher, like smaller time frames just to pay attention to this. But I feel like we could reject and come down because we gapped up. All right, I'm going to jump into a SPY put right here. I'm going to keep my stop loss at the top. Okay, so my stop loss is going to be day high. Okay, so I'm only risking like 40 cents. All right, so if you guys are joining me right now, I'm in SPY puts. My stop loss is going to be the top of at day high. So if it break day high, I'm closing my trades. What's our average contract?
107.
So we're in a 585 call, a 585 put at 107 average cost. All right, I'm getting ready to close. If it breaks, I'm gonna close. This fucking line right here, I feel like it's gonna touch that line, but I have this red line right here. That's the difference between that is 20 cents. So I'm in SPY puts right now using the day high as my stop. It still look like it could fucking just break this and then drop back down. A break off that though, and then we're gonna push. We could push up to, that's the first target if it breaks. See, right now, if I was waiting, remember earlier I was like, if it break the high, then we would go into calls, right? But it's struggling to break the high right here. Now, if it doesn't break the high right here and the next candle come in and break the high to the upside, then we're gonna push, okay? But right now it's struggling to do that. The reason why I jump into the puts is because it had reversed to the, on the 5 minute, it showed a reversal, and then but then it broke afterwards. It broke the top and created a three right here, right afterwards. Okay, so I use up here as my stop. So right now we have 1 minute and 38 seconds left. The crazy shit is they might break the day high just because we have 1 minute left, and then drop it back down, because a lot of people are going to have their stops right where I have it right now. When realistically, if you look at the day chart, if you look left on the day chart, you have the resistance right at the red line that I have. So now for sure, if we stay within this area, a break off that candle and I'm definitely out. A break off the candle right now with 1 minute left, because they could do that. It's like, yo, it'll piss me off. Because do I follow my trading plan or do I wait 44 seconds? All right. Let me see something for sure. We got news in 18 seconds. That's the next shit too. Oh. Got news in 18 seconds. AVGO is pushing to the upside. That shows that. AVGO, and this, look at this. AVGO just cracked right there with 5 seconds left. Oh shit, see that? So that push, it touched their line right here. Close.
Close it.
Yeah.
Close it.
Hold on. Yeah, close it. froze it. We had this line right here. So we broke this level. So at that point, we can look for 88 as the next target. Yeah.
Come on, it's frozen. See the 588 goal?
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
That's fine. So I'm going to jump into a 588 call. My target right now is 588.38. Chat AVGO over here. Let me hit the 35. So all right, I closed my puts. I closed my 585 puts, and now I'm in 588 calls. I closed the puts because it broke above. It broke above right here. It broke above my 15. Now, if I had just wait a little bit, then I would have just got into calls alone. But right here, like I said, I told you the reason why I got into puts at first. So right now, because we broke above this level, then now we're looking at 588.30 right at the 200 as far as target. That means that everything should push up. Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Yeah, Apple reverse. Apple did not reverse. Not yet. God, my legs is hurting. Oh. Coin reverse. No, not yet. Meta is a call. Yeah. What's the average contract on that?
75.75.
Oh man, my legs is hurting. All right, guys. So right now, the only thing I'm in is
You hold into the 200?
a SPY 588 calls. I mentioned to you guys, Meta was a call above the 15, the break of the day high. Meta broke the day high. So look for 640 as far as the next stop for Meta. Like our Google alert went off this morning. So Google gave us a call alert, but because it went off at 4 o'clock in the morning, we don't normally take the trade. Okay, so one of the things we do is when our alerts go off if our alert had go off 9 o'clock this morning, or say for instance when the market opened, Google go off, then for sure I'm taking a Google. I'm taking whatever it
4
says.
o'clock in the morning so far.
But because it went off 4 o'clock in the morning, we didn't take the trade.
What's buy on a higher time frame, like the 4 hour?
Just buy it. I mean, with the 4 hour, it's like there's not, because it gapped up. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but next level is technically right around there.
587.75. But with the 200 being where it is, I know that it's probably going to test that 200.
A day, right?
No, it's a 200 on a 15-minute. So, maybe 200 on a 15-minute right there.
You're fine.
All right, so on Apple is a call. Apple shows a reversal on a 15-minute. So Apple is a call back to the upside, at least day high. Apple is a call. Let me see. Grab break even on that.
That's your 2 trades.
Hmm?
You already hit. You already did it.
See, I have my accountability partner right here. My accountability partner says, "Yo, that's your 2 trades."
Yep.
Right? So, I try not to over trade, guys. 2 trades is a lot for me. 3 trades is like, yo, I gotta be like, all right, on it for 3 trades. I really like Apple to the upside. Apple for a $200 call. I really like Apple for a $200 call. I really do. I really
kind
do.
of put in something that I thought if it hit line, that's where it would be.
Okay.
But you could watch it.
Okay. All right, so right now the only thing I'm in, guys, is SPY calls. My target is 588.30. That's my target. My first target is 588.30, followed by 590, which is going to be a psych level. Right now, let's see what the contracts. Not moving much on the contracts. Right now, we're right at break even on the contracts. And we're right at break even on the contracts. So our contract, we have average cost for our contract is 75. All right, so right now, guys, just patiently waiting. The only thing I'm in is SPY calls. So SPY calls, target, first target 588.30. And Apple, I like Apple back to the upside. Apple reverse on a 15-minute. We have 3 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. The first target on Apple would be day high. But of course, because of that, you have to think about it as going up to the 200, because the 200 will be the psych level. So the next psych level for Apple would be 200, right? So that could be a target for Apple. Right now, how much did it gap up? $4. Okay. All right, so let's see. Just have to be patient at this point. If we hit our target on this, the contract should go, according to my wife, the contract should go to almost 100% if we hit target on this.
I did it in here.
Oh, you did it in there?
That's how I always used to do it. If you tell me where.
But that's not updated.
That's not working.
That's not correct.
No, the internet is not working.
That's what I'm saying. Something is going on. Contract should be up at least 10% right now. So you go back to the other one, because that's not showing. Yeah, contract is up 10% on this.
That's weird. I mean, you can always adjust it if you want me to do it. I'll just press that. It's either or. Okay, you said your target was 588.30.
588.30.
I just.
Yeah, but see, that don't be working sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay,
why
so
it's
let me
like
take it out.
when people do that, it's because you have pullbacks, you have all kind of stuff. So
It's okay.
all right, so lesson in this, right? Because my wife is saying something, and I want to bring this up to people as well. When you cannot take profit for options, it's going to be completely different. So in a sense, with options, let me change this, kind of put this right here. So with options, what happens with options is when you go into your, like if you're using E-Trade, or even say for instance, Think or Swim, sometimes if you put a price in, it will give you a like what the contract should be, right? But that's at that time. So if the price is chopping up or moving sideways, that is gonna change. So when it hit, yeah, something is going on with my internet. When it hit your take profit, right? When it hit your take profit, what could happen is that price could also change because it took a longer time and the contracts are decaying at the same time. So you have to pay attention to that as well. So even though it might say, all right, so when at the target, right, the contract said it should be 137 as far as what the contract should be. Roughly. Now, roughly, right? Now, this is the thing. If SPY right now pulls back like how it is right now, if it pulls back, drop down to VWAP and then go back up, it's not going to be 137. It might be 110. Okay? Because the price is fluctuating. Now, if SPY go ahead and push straight up within couple minutes, if SPY go ahead and push right up within a couple minutes right now, that contract will be more than 137. Okay? Because the time involves with it. So you have to pay attention to those. Okay? So not necessarily that the contract will be 137, but you could put in 137, and if it get to 137, it will close.
He took it out.
What do you mean it took it out?
No, I took out the
Oh, I thought you closed.
You said,
oh.
I'll just watch it.
No, I mean you can have 137 if it gets to there and it close out, because what we could have is a quick push, but not necessarily because you put 137. When it get to that, it could be 120 or it could be 130.
Well, I'll close it. That's why I have it on market at that time. So
right.
Either or, I said.
Right. So those are stuff that we have to pay attention to. Right now we could have a slow move to the upside. But looking at this, if we break this 15, we should continue up. Like again, my first target is that level right there at 528.30. 588.30 is going to be my first level. Can you see what the contracts are at? I'm like, where's this?
It's upside down.
Oh. All right, so we just broke the 15, so it's a good sign towards our direction as far as where we want to go. So I'm looking for a push right here. A lot of times it's like, yo, if you're really and truly, if you're patient, you just chot along and just take your trades. I know where it's at. All right, so the contracts is up 20% right now. Contracts are up 20% right now. And here we go. Now, it's up to you if you want to take profit or not. Okay, I'm letting you know that right now. It's up to you if you want to take profit or not. But since the last time I called it out, the contracts right now are up over 20%. Contracts are up over 20% right now.
You taking it up?
Yeah.
Oh.
%30 on the contracts. Contracts are up 30%. Here we go. Nice push again. Contracts are up 40%. Contracts are up 40%. Here we go. Approaching target. All right, let me look at this right here. We already passed that right there. My wife had pointed out this on the 4-hour time frame, which we already passed, right? If you guys are coming in right now, I'm in SPY calls. My target is 588.30. The first target is 588.30. If we blow past that, it's going to be 590. Right now, those contracts are up 50%.
Do you want to do or just
One.
all right?
All right, we're 30 cents away from target. 30 cents away from target right now. Contracts are up 50%. Need a push right here. We got 2 minutes left in this 5-minute candle. Here we go. Right now, if you guys are joining me right now, I'm in SPY calls. First target is 588.30. Contracts are up over 50%. Should see a nice push right here on this 1 minute. Hopefully you see that nice push. I hate to go down to this damn 1 minute candle, you know. I hate to go down on this 1 minute candle.
You don't.
Fuck. I didn't want to. All right. Let's see right here. Here we go. 13 seconds left in this. Five more minutes in this 15-minute candle. Target right up here, 530, 588.30. New 5-minute coming in. Make sure if you haven't trimmed already on your contracts, make sure you trim something. Make sure you take some type of profit, guys. Need to see this 1 minute crack up here. If we crack up here, then we're going to just continue to push. Here we go. We're going to continue to push. New 1 minute come in. Contracts are at 50%. Above 50%. Here we go. Here we go. Getting closer to the target. First target, 15 seconds. Getting closer to the target. Make sure you trim it.
Is it there?
Get one.
Right now? Okay.
Make sure you trim in, guys. You want to sell into the volume, okay? You want to sell into the volume. Here we go. This gapped up a little bit. This 1 minute gapped up a little bit, but it's okay. What that means is if we hit up here, we could just come back down. So make sure that target that I tell you, make sure that you're taking profit, okay? Right now, that contract is up 60%. See what I'm talking about? It comes right down here. That's why I said you have to pay attention to those little details. That little detail right here, this gap up right here, that means that I would like for it to come down, create the wick, and then bounce back up. Again, it gapped up again.
I'd just rather go hit that.
If we touch our line, we can reject that line and come right back down to close the gap. So make sure you're taking profit. Okay? Make sure you're taking profit. We have 1 minute left in this 15-minute candle. Here we go. We're pushing up. We're pushing up. Make sure you even put a trailing stop. We're about to hit target. 9 seconds. Not 9 seconds. 8 cents away from target. We just hit target.
Are you keeping it?
No, close it. See that? Just hit target and reject right back down.
All right, we're out.
That's it, guys. Just hit target. If you look at this right here, we have 1 minute left in the 15-minute candle. We can come all the way back down. Remember, I said we gapped up on this 1 minute candle right here. So because we gapped up, we just close it, break back down. You see that? So that's why I said make sure you're taking profit, because some people, they'll be like, all right, we're pushing up, we're pushing up. No, it gapped up. It literally gapped up. So that's why I said it didn't create the wick. Right here, where I'm drawing this line right now, that's the gap that it needed to fill. Look at that rejection. Look at the rejection, right? So I said I wanted it to create the wick on this one. It didn't. The next one came in. It gapped up a little bit. So with the push up on this one, I said, listen, it's going to reject if it hit right here. It came up. It went 26 instead of 30. My bad if I'm 4 cents off, right? My bad if I'm 4 cents off. But on the 15-minute chart, that bad boy looked like it hit the hit my level, right? So at that point, that's why I said take profit, because that contract just dropped down, okay? So that's where you needed to take profit. So that trade, guys, was... Oh, you missed it. So that trade, the contracts went up at least what?
I mean, it went to 127 for sure, but
127?
I saw it at one time, but you didn't get 127.
No, it closed out at 123.
Yeah, because by the time
120. Yeah. So there we go, pushing back up again, right? This is a new 15-minute, okay? So the new 15-minute, we could come up here. and then now we can touch that line, or we could come up and just reject. Okay, or we could just reject and continue back down, because in a sense we already touched that line or close to it. So now that's it. I mean, that's 1 out of 1 trade, guys. Literally, not 1 out of 1, but 1 out of 2 trades. We lost on the first trade, which was a SPY put. The only reason why, let me do a recap of this. If you guys are seeing my screen, if you're on TikTok, you're not going to be able to see my screen, but I go over all my trades in a sense where if I take the trade, I explain why I'm taking the trade, and you see it in real time as well. So with the boot camp, I'll be going over situations like these, so, and explain a lot more in details. But say for instance, when it broke, the 5-minute candle broke at 950 to go down. Okay, it broke at 950 to go down. Didn't like it as much to the downward side because it hit on the VWAP as a support. But I'm like, all right, it's at a level to where it can reject. So I'm going to use the day high as my stop loss, right? Above the day high, you see this red line. The red line that's there is because I have that right here. So let me show you. I have, was it a 4-hour? Yeah. So I have a 4-hour right there, right? So I'm like, it could come up here and then reject. So I'm like, man, am I gonna do that? Like what should I wait? So that's why that line is there, because that was the resistance for the 4-hour, which it could have taken and then drop and then come back down. However, the 15-minute candle did not break. It created an inside bar. So in a sense, patience paid off for the second trade. If I just had waited, I probably wouldn't have take the first trade, right? But I took it anyway. And I took it because I saw the break of that. It didn't break the 5-minute to the upside as yet. So I took it based on that because it didn't break the 5-minute to the upside. Once it broke the 5-minute to the upside, it's in a situation where it could either go up or down. I saw the break of that. So now I'm like, all right, it's probably going to test high, right? Nothing happened until 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock, we had news. That's why I said always pay attention to news as well. At 10 o'clock, we had CB consumer confidence, right? So in a sense, we played sideways for that 15-minute. So once that 15-minute candle end, I already knew that if it broke this 15-minute, then we're going to go to the upside, right? As soon as 10 o'clock came in, it broke to the upside. It spiked up, right? And broke to the upside and actually hit the red line right away. So I was seeing if it would reject the red line, but I'm like, no, it already broke there and I'm not going against my trading plan. So I closed out, okay? And I immediately took the original trade that I was supposed to take, which is the long, right? So with that, we took the long. We lost a little bit on this, but we took the long and then we got over 60% on the long, right? Over 60%. So with that said, I'm not trading no more for the rest of the day, guys. I don't over trade. I have 1 win, 1 loss today. If I go in another trade, I already told you guys about Apple. When Apple broke, Apple should go back to the upside, but Apple is consolidating right now. So pay attention to that. Apple is consolidating right now. So Apple is at a good level right now. It's an inside bar on the 30-minute. So just pay attention to your trades. I didn't jump into the Apple call. I did not jump into the Apple call. My accountability partner says, yo, we already took 2 trades for the day. And the next thing that I don't like to do and you have to pay attention to this as well. I don't like to be in multiple trades at the same time. Okay. Because being in multiple trades at the same time is like you have to monitor more than one trades. If you're in more than two trades, if you're in three trades, it's like, yo, you're sometimes you could be flustered. Unless you're going into that trade and you putting your take profit in right away, as far as a percentage of your trade, then that's it. All right, cool. You could do that, but then you're not monitoring. You're just putting it and leave it. What if it start drop? What if it break a certain level? Then what happens next, right? You're gonna end up losing more money than you should because you're paying attention to other trades. So that's why I say make sure that for us, I'm not over trading. So 2 trades is good. 3 trades is like, all right, you pushing it. 4 trades, no. At that point, you're over trading. I used to be stuck around the computer all day, meaning that I'm trading. And when I looked at my average trades, the days that I did amazing, the days that I did great, I did two to three trades. 2 trades most of the time. I did amazing. Then when I looked at the days that I lost money, I traded 7 times. I traded 9 times. I traded 11 times. What the why am I trading that much? Right? So in the beginning, you have to figure out and say, listen, over trading is not trade. Like at that point, you're revenge trading, you're doing something else, because what happens is when you trade and you take those 2 trades, and when I look back at it, when I analyze all my trades, those days that I did 5 trades, 7 trades, the first 2 trades were profitable. But then I went into another trade and then I lost some of my profit. And then I'm like, man, let me see if I could get back that profit that I just lost, or I see another opportunity. So let me go into that opportunity. Then I lost more of my profits. So now I'm 4 trades in, lost some of my profits. So now I'm almost at break even. Going to trade 5, lost the rest of my profit. Now I'm either at break even or I'm losing money. So this is where you have to come and play and say, listen, you have to have a trading plan set up. And with that trading plan, it tells you, all right, this is the amount of trades I'm taking. Regardless, I'm either going to take 1 trade. If I got 1 good trade, so say for instance, with this morning, I traded first. The first one was a loss. But on the second trade, it was a better win than the first loss. So in a sense, right, there's no more reason to trade. Now, if I had traded first and I had made the money on the first trade, then I probably wouldn't have traded afterwards, right? Sometimes you have to be willing to get up and walk away from the computer, close it down. And if you have an app, delete the damn app from your phone. I'm telling you right now, because what you could do is, all right, you did the trade for the day. And then once you've done the trade for the day, you're walking around and you're checking your app and you're looking at the price and you'd be like, oh, shit, my alert just went off. Let me go ahead, go in my app. And then you make another trade. And then you end up losing on the trade. And you're not even around your computer to see that, yo, there was a 200 right where you took the trade. There was a 200 MA right where you took the trade. You shouldn't have took the trade. There was a VWAP right where you took the trade, right? So it was hitting on resistance. But because you're not in front of your computer to see it, you just trading from your phone, then you never got to see that. And then you end up losing money again. So I always say sometimes if you're new, just delete the damn app from your phone or trade from your computer and don't even look at that app afterwards, right? But with that said, my cutoff time is at 11 o'clock. Right now it's at 10:40. I'm not taking no more trades for the day. Apple is pushing right now. Apple looks sexy, yo. Apple looks sexy, babe. Look at Apple. Apple looks sexy.
Yeah.
Apple look. Oh my gosh, Apple looks sexy to the upside.
And that is how we end this video.
Yep. Apple looks sexy to the upside, guys. Two reversal on the not two reversal, but like I said, it just broke the inside 30, so we should see day high. So we're approaching day high right now with a break of day high and continue up to $200 as a psych level take profit. But literally the first resistance level I'm seeing right now is 201, which is support, right? So 201 right here is that support level. You have some support right here as well at 200. So remember that there's gonna be sell at 200. Why there's gonna be sell? Because it's a psych level. So you're gonna see sales happening at 200, right? With that in mind, guys, that's it for me for the day. Hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. All right. All right, guys. Peace out.